I think I'm gonna play a few matches to build up the anger. That was a clip. Okay. I think I'm ready. The dual blades are terrible. The final season 3 has been out for about 3 weeks now. So, pretty sure we got a grasp on this weapon right here. And I'm here to tell you, it's garbage. And it's unfortunate because I actually really like the dual blades. It's just that it sucks. If I were to use this, I'd really be trolling. I do melee. I'm a melee guy. But I don't. These are useless. Mostly because it doesn't have any direction, especially medium. And I'll explain why. Welcome to my asylum. Now for me to explain why the dual blades is not as good as it could be, I need to start where the dual blades are placed. As you know already, the finals has light, medium, and heavy. Usually, the class will have something that accommodates the playstyle that you want to do. The initial melee weapon for medium was Riot Shield, which is pretty good in its own right. Yeah, most melee people are on lights or heavies for a reason. Heavy has charge and slam, which works with literally anything, and lights just have mobility. Mediums don't have anything that works with melee. I mean, they have the jump pad, but other than that, they don't really have things that work with melee. You're already at a deficit by that alone, and I'm not even talking about the weapon itself yet. What I really wanted to get into and really talk about is this weapon's lack of direction. It can't be used defensively, and it can't be used offensively. Let me explain. When you are blocking bullets, you don't block the bullets for free. You take damage. Say you're going against a light, which is, my goodness, you're going to be taking a lot of damage in a short period of time. And even though when you block, it's like you block like 80% of the damage, you still are left in a stalemate. It's happened to me multiple times. 1v1s, if I'm holding this, they just get to walk away. That's just melee in general, but at least with the Riot Shield, I can run and block with the shield on my left side. With this, I'm holding this. I can't run because you can't do an action and run at the same time. It makes this deflect cool, but useless. If you're using it defensively, at that point you might as well play the Riot Shield. And offense is terrible because you can't run at people and deflect at the same time. It's not possible. Now that I've gotten the base problems out the way, let me talk about the weapon itself. And I have a lot to say about the weapon. First and foremost, this is happening in a real match, so I know it's not a training mode thing. Obviously, you can see the bullets are hitting this thing, and I can reflect them, right? In training mode, I can't reflect them. Now you might be thinking to yourself, nah, that's probably just a training mode bug. That would never happen in a real match. Oh boy, I don't have recordings of it, but this thing does not reflect half the time. The whole point of the reflect is you take damage and you can send damage back at them. If it doesn't reflect, I'm just losing health. This is something that needs to be fixed. That is all I'm saying. Second point, the Riot Shield in this class is supposed to be used defensively. The dual swords is supposed to be offensive, which is why you take damage while reflecting. So I feel like this should be represented in the blades itself. A full melee rotation is slower than the Riot Shield. That should not be the case. I'm gonna go into possibly ways to fix the dual swords in the latter half of this video, but I do not think this should be slower than the Riot Shield. I think that is crazy. Going back into reflect, I think this is just purely useless. It's cool, again, but it is not good. Too many scenarios where you're fighting one or even two people and you're just holding this, then now becomes useless unless you have a teammate. right? The riot shield, you can possibly fight 2 people because the shield is passively blocking while you are hitting someone else. So you have the chance to possibly 2v1. With this, you might as well just alt F4 because you're not winning in 2v1. I'm sorry. Too many stalemate situations. You just hold it and then they'll just look at you like you're an idiot. I feel like the melee class and just medium in general would benefit from a movement ability, like some type of movement ability. How would you fix the dual swords problems in the finals? Well, first off, real easy one, buff the attack speed. Because realistically, dual swords actually does more damage than the riot shield, but it doesn't matter because each sword is like 2 hits. It takes 2. So realistically, it's 4 for each swing. But since it's so slow, sometimes I'd hit the first one and not get the second one because they're running away. So there's times where I'm like, oh, I can kill here. I do it, they get hit by one of them, and then I die. Unfortunate. Just buff the melee speed is one. A second possible fix for the dual swords is just removing the damage taken from the reflect in general. And you might be saying to yourself, wow, you really want the dual swords to be busted. They wouldn't be busted because you still can't do the thing that I was just saying a while ago. You can't run and reflect at the exact same time. So what you would be able to do is reflect, and now they have to respect you instead of just keep shooting you. I guess they thought it would have been too broken for the reflect to just be itself like a reflect, because it would just make the riot shield, not have any purpose. But the riot shield has purpose. You can block and run at them at the same time. So as a person who plays riot shield or just melees in general, just remove the damage. That's it. Just remove the damage. Honestly, it would make this that much more tolerable, because even if it doesn't reflect properly, at least I know I'm not dying by trying to reflect it. If you don't want to do that, here's another thing you can do. Just allow sprinting while deflect. It's hard to imagine this, but the inspect kind of looks like a deflect animation, so I can just do this to demonstrate it. You can run with it. This is how it would essentially look. You're just running at them while you're deflecting at the same time. If this is not possible, then I mean, it's not, but it's just a suggestion. Another thing that could possibly fix it, I don't think it would, but it's just something to just throw out there, you know, for a possible change. You can cancel the attack animation with deflect, because right now if you swing and I'm gonna instantly hold right click as I swing, it goes through the entire animation. Unfortunately, this animation is very long because it's swinging with both swords. I'm throwing out ideas to possibly fix this because I don't want this weapon to be in the state that it is. I like the dual swords. I think the dual swords are cool. But how it is right now, it is completely useless and nobody is going to use this seriously. I know I'm not. I'm just going to use the riot shield. I'd like this to not be useless. Nobody plays with the melee weapons like that. So getting someone to voice these problems is not going to be frequent at all. I would like to make this video to show the problems of the dual sword while also giving possible fixes and stuff like that, you know? That's about it. That's all I have to say for the dual swords. If there's anything else that I did not cover for the dual swords, please put them down in the comment section. If they see this, I would want them to see everything that is wrong with the dual swords so it can be fixed. But with that being said, I appreciate you checking out this video. If you want to see any of my previous stuff before I started the finals, you can check the backlog of all the COD videos I used to do. But with that being said, I appreciate it and I'm out. Peace.